Ya, bueno, entonces estaba leyendo un poco como para entender lo otro. Esta cuesta acá, eh, esta de acá se bugueó. Ah, yo, digamos, lo hice antes de tener la visión. No hablé con él. eh, ya no hay nada que pueda hacer. Va a estar ahí, se va a quedar ahí. Nada que hacer. Es una pena, pero no me voy a, o sea, digamos, no voy a retroceder el juego por eso. ¿No? Igual que por ejemplo esta otra quest de acá, que es esto, una crisis existencial. Pero estas dos van a quedar acá. O sea, esta va a quedar ahí. Esta va a quedar acá. Una tierra extraña, o sea. No, ni siquiera está la marca, honestamente, de la cripta que se va a cerrar ahora. Esto es, bueno, una cosa que tengo que entregar. Pero la casa de Mordus, ese debe ser lo de la. Supongo que será esta. Ah, pero no tengo idea tampoco. Es como.
Ah, you again. Any luck in old Lady Surrey's tomb?
He places his hand on the artifact, and it drones in its strange language. Adan, Shvalondumora Vavor Rivelis. The object continues. Sarden menia veet feln, dom drisval veet evdekais.
It's true then. Anathema. Within reach. Tell me, is this all there was? There weren't any other curios in there? Amazing. But not unexpected.
He breathes a long, lugubrious sigh.
It's time I leveled with you. This is the hand grip of the fabled anathema. A sword capable of annihilating anyone. Even a divine. Imagine it. Holding in your hand a force that could wipe away sun and shadow. A sword of life and death, miracle and sin. A sword of atonement. I can restore anathema to working condition, but this is only half of it. We still need the blade. How fortunate that the hilt has already told us where to find it. Blood Moon Island. Well, you may not always have the smarts, but you've sure got the spirit. Blood Moon Island awaits, my friend. It's a bit of a jaunt, but this gives me time to prepare my workspace. We'll catch up on the Lady Vengeance, yes?
Tarquin doesn't wait for an answer. His attentions are already turned elsewhere.
You doing okay, boy of mine?
No more disappearances? No more deaths? It seems justice has been served well.
The Magister mutters to herself under her breath.
Bloody Carver. Been hiding in here all this time, now he'll take credit for solving the murders. Typical.
Hell with her. I need those reports, damn it.
Magister Carver's got all the information he needs locked up downstairs, so don't think you'll get a reward for peddling hearsay.
Elsa, my inkwell is
Of course,
dry.
sir.
Fetch me some more.
Right away.
The Silent Watcher is passions
Glory is mine.
Good find.
See that tunnel? I started that. Didn't live to finish it, though. Make use of it if you need it. It's no good to me now.
Lucky find.
Ooh, how
You can end all this.
Loha rubs his forehead beneath.
So,
much help we could have. Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Have you anything that will protect against...
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten...
Después está, por ejemplo, esto de acá, no tengo idea. O sea, por lo menos sé que tengo dos de estas secciones. Que una es esta y la otra probablemente sea, está acá. ¿En serio? Esta bandera está en otra región, o no puedes verla. I don't know. Ahora, esto... Digamos que acá fuimos, acá fuimos, acá fuimos, acá fuimos. Esto no, claramente. Acá creo que sí fuimos. Esto sí, no, esto también, también. Yo creo que voy a ver esta parte de acá, bro. O sea, igual me voy a demorar varios días en avanzar. No, o sea, es demasiado como para tratar de hacerlo todo en un día sin.
The shaggy dog keeps his distance, wary eyes sizing you up as his hackles rise.
You run away, everyone here run away, all run from something. I knew, all runaways round here. I ran away from bad man. Very bad man. Man wanted to make me spider food. I know, I can sniff good and bad. Riker bad. Bad man, so bad. I liked his house, big garden of stones, lots and lots of bones to dig. Good, tasty bones. But when I sniffed him, how he is for true, I ran and ran and ran.
He paws a few tentative steps closer and sniffs all around you, nose wrinkling with concentration.
Smell not like dog, like wolf, but not bad like Riker. Good wolf.
He bounds forwards and licks your face effusively. His breath stinks of graveyard clay and ancient bones. Immediately, you feel an allergic reaction developing on your cheek, hot red blotches spreading in an angry rash. The dog scurries away to sniff about the area, leaving you with his approval and an itchy face.
Bueno, ahí tengo que tirarme bendición. Para la bendición. Bueno, esto de acá... Voy a seguir grabando nomás. Porque está hecho está y...
Looks like this place has seen better days. Much better days.
Ah, mira, están acá.
Gareth toils in monotony. Gareth freezes, then turns slowly towards you. His breaths are steady, his voice a monotone.
I'm digging my murdered parents' graves. I'd ask that you show your respects.
Gareth moves to continue his task, but his cadence falters. He pauses. Silence hangs, begging to be broken.
No, of course you didn't. Godwoken, I've seen Seeker's blood seeping into the sand. I waded through corpses on the deck of the Lady Vengeance. But when the lifeless eyes looking back at you are your own mother's, I just didn't know. I didn't know what darkness lied beyond pain. Now, well, now I do. Dallas's pets. Such helpful tools they are, too. The abominations do the dirty work and the whites keep their robes clean. Convenient. They're still there, spreading their rancid smell through the house. Paladins came to clean up the mess. In the name of Lucian, they say, and they seem to believe it.
Gareth shies away from you. His eyes pass over the half-filled graves, and he takes a shuddering breath.
I'm the one who has prayed. An endless litany. How many pleas does it take? How many tears do I have to shed? How much must I lose for the gods to listen?
Gareth forcefully exhales and looks past you to the nearby house. You fear he might snap the shovel's handle in two.
If you'd asked me yesterday, I'd have said they were the only ones left in the Divine Order worth their weight in salt. I have honored their devotion to our lost Lucian. Today, though, I don't know. The Paladins once fought the Black Ring at Lucian's command. The most courageous thing they could do now is turn their backs on the Order. I'm not holding my breath. I've got no use for empty platitudes. Not from some whinging wolf chosen as the Seven's special pet.
You swear you hear Gareth's pulse, galloping faster than a saddled mount. You've never heard such a thing before, but you suspect Gareth's heart is close to tearing.
If you want to help, then you find the craven wight that ordered their slaughter. Anyone that stands between you and truth, no matter the flag they fly or creed they follow, make them bleed!
His clenched jaw tightens further, and then, in an instant, Gareth's guard is broken. Tears well in his eyes. With every blink, a pearl of grief falls to his cheeks.
My parents, they did nothing to deserve this. They were good. Honest. More honest than me. I'd give my own life to bring them back. I never got that last chance to tell them I loved them. I never got to say goodbye. You're right. There's nothing more to be done here. Lucian, forgive me. And please, Godwoken, please forgive me too.
Oh. Entiendo que esté sufriendo.
The two paladins Gareth mentioned are arguing in front of the door to the modest farmstead. As they notice your arrival, they stop talking and look at you quizzically.
We're guarding this house. Wise to stay well back. There's a bunch of silent monks inside who've tasted blood today. Already killed in there, so they did. They didn't kill anybody. The magisters who control them did. You know Donna, she wouldn't hurt a fly. Not until they turned her. But they did turn her. And now she's not Donna anymore. Get it through your head. The poor creature should be put down. No, wait! Surely, maybe someday they can be fixed. When all this source nonsense is over.
The other paladin rolls his eyes and shakes his head as he turns to face you.
In any event, it's our business, not yours. You just stay well away from the door and you'll be perfectly safe. We're guarding it. And believe me, you don't want to go in there. There's a bunch of silent monks inside who've tasted blood today. Already killed in there, so they did. For real? Finally! Here's the key. Now come on, Jad.
Paladin Jad casts one last sorrow-filled glance at the house before joining his companion and striding off.
But, fine.
May Gareth always choose the right path. Nothing we didn't see coming. We always knew Gareth was fated for greatness. As a boy, he'd leap through the fields with wooden sword in hand, slaying imaginary demons, protecting us from whatever evil he would dream up. We also knew that good men make enemies. We knew evil would come, and so it did. Not as a demon or as a witch, but as a man Gareth once knew as a friend. Jonathan. He watched eagerly as those shambling husks descended. It seemed like a game to him, like theatre. We would never blame Gareth. The righteous always pay a price. May the Seven will it. He will always be the hero we know him to be. We always want to believe in each other. It's what separates us from the void. It's what we do next that defines us. We can respond with treachery, or we can rise above. I trust that you will. Gareth did his duty. We felt it was only right that we did ours. The farm was always a safe space for sorcerers needing refuge. They deserved a haven, and so we gave them one. Our guests were usually frightened, shy, grateful. They never used their source, so the Voidwoken never came. The last one, though, she wasn't like the others. A lizard named Hanag. We housed her and fed her. Robes like a wizard's, voice like a queen's. Voidwoken appeared before long, and paladins after that. She clearly drew the Magister's attentions. Our fates were written. I never thought she meant to do us wrong. I don't blame her for fleeing to the Cloister Wood. I worry for her. May Gareth always choose the right. May Gareth...
The silent monk looks like she was only recently converted. Her face was clearly beautiful once, and the eyes looking at you are not yet the full Fuligin black of other silent monks you have seen. One of her hands trembles. Twitching, it reaches out to you. Her hand is cold and smooth, like that of a porcelain doll. Jerkily, as if unused to movement, she strokes your hand gently and looks into your eyes. Her lips part and her mouth moves. Did she whisper, "Save me," or "Slay me"? Or did you only hear what you wanted to hear in the whispers of the wind? Slipping your hand free from hers, you back away and leave her standing there. Her arm remains outstretched, stroking, as if you were still right there beside her. This dwarven monk hangs his head, as if looking down at his feet. A wretched gurgling noise issues from him. Staring down into his face, you realize you were staring into mutilation. He has no eyes, his empty sockets crawling with blood maggots. The gurgling sound comes from his stitched mouth, though no meaning can be understood. Emaciated of body and spirit, this silent monk stands straighter than the others, the remnants of military bearing clear in her posture. This must be Donna, the one spoken of by the paladins guarding the door. She gives no indication at all that she has heard you, save for a single tear dripping from one eye. The lumpen, silent monk stands like a pillar of decaying flesh, so still it seems he is not even breathing. All of a sudden, like a bellows, he exhales a fetid gust right into your face. The stench of rot shrouds you, coating you in a way you fear will never truly be washed away. He looks through your eyes with seeming disinterest as the life ebbs from his body, drop by drop, until he... She stands right where you left her. Her tears flow along with her blood, yet, even in the moment of death, she does not break her silence. The silent monk sways and gurgles, head cast down. He does not resist in the least, merely slumps to the ground with one final gurgle. The silent monk stands with one arm outstretched. Her eyes squeeze shut, and her whole body trembles, but she puts up no resistance as you kill her.
Meet your maker.
I've spotted some... Everything is very dark all of a sudden. Whoa! Ground's trembling almost as bad as the Lady Vengeance on rough seas. This Magister didn't die by a sword anyway. Something's afoot here.
Voidwoken! The sorcerer's conjured Voidwoken! Form up! Don't let them over the bridge!
The spectral Magister raises his sword and shield against an unseen Voidwoken foe. The spirit of the Magister...
Is mine. I'll yield to none. I'm ready. I'll yield to none. You're not trying to escape, are you?
Bloody shambles, this. My thanks for your help.
He takes a pull from a water canteen, then splashes some over his blood-stained hands.
No, it ain't mine. A sorcerer fugitive was hiding here. Some of the locals were stupid enough to help him. We got a tip-off, but he wasn't willing to go quietly. These Voidwoken appeared, thanks to him. It was messy. A lot of the locals didn't make it, and those that did, Well, there's a price for helping sorcerers.
Any trace of gratitude for your help against the Voidwoken drains away in an instant.
Take my advice and don't say another word, hear me? Sorcerers brought this plague down on us. Them and the sort of folk who see fit to help them. They'll all get what they deserve. You can join them if you like. Otherwise you can shut your trap. Damned idiot! You asked for this!
I'll yield to none.
I'll yield to none.
The spirit of a woman cowers before you. She has her hand clamped over her mouth in a desperate effort to stifle the whimpering. Something catches her eye. Terror swamps her, and she slips to the floor, screaming.
Help! Somebody! Help! Voidwoken!
villagers, some slain by Voidwoken, others perhaps not.
The spirit of a matronly woman stands before you. She shakes her head as she soundlessly argues with someone unseen. A faint sound catches your ear, the rasp of metal upon leather, a sword unsheathed. The spirit's eyes bulge with panic. She raises her arms protectively. A chilling sensation passes right through you. For a moment, it sounds like you can hear a distant male voice utter a confused, "Huh?" The woman's eyes seem to fix upon you, a brief flash of lucidity.
Big Magister did this. He didn't care that I was innocent. I heard them call him Stanley as I bled out on the ground.
The moment passes. There's another swish of metal through the air. The spirit collapses backwards, a silver gash opening the full width of her torso. Be grateful that you don't feel the need.
These people were slain by blades, not... These people were slain by blades, not Voidwoken. More slaughter, killed by Voidwoken, who were then killed themselves.
A snarl of vines snakes upward from the corpse. After a moment, you realize the gruesome truth. They're not entangling the corpse, but bursting from it. The vines have split the corpse's chest with incredible force. Thin roots wriggle from limbs and nail beds, anchoring it to the ground. The vines encircle a rough depression, as if something held there was violently torn free. Before you even registered the cool flesh, the vines lash around your wrist and drag you close. They pulse, tightening mercilessly, and release you, withdrawing sluggishly, as if...
A ver, esto probablemente pertenezca al armado. Vamos. Pero no haremos, o sea, a ella no haremos.
Lucky find.
The spirit of a dwarf woman stares despondently at her body and those of her loved ones.
A word of the wise, friend. Never help a sorcerer. They'll only bring death in their wake. No, not me. It was my bloody neighbours. Soft darts and softer wits, the lot of them. I did the right thing. Let the Magisters know what was going on. But when they came for him, he conjured up all these monsters. The Magisters were too busy helping themselves to save me and my own. Murdering sorcerer filth.
The stench of dead Voidwoken assails you. The thought occurs, sorcerers caused this.
Source may have caused this, but only Source can set it right.
To think, this destruction could have been averted if sorcerers had shown some restraint.
Source is like life, a twin of death. The sooner the Magisters accept this, the better.
Think I have it. Stop it getting tighter. Sir, I don't know what to do.
I'll give you fair warning, stranger. Turn around and get out of here unless you want to end up like this treacherous filth.
He throws a kick into the ribs of a nearby corpse.
What they did deserved a lot worse than what they got. This lot were sorcerer sympathizers. Good Magisters died thanks to the one they were hiding.
He gestures around at the Voidwoken wrought destruction in the area.
They forced our hand. We've got to do whatever's necessary to hold the rot at bay.
Smart move. Smart.
O sea, los voy a atacar. No ahora, pero los voy a atacar. Obviamente, primero quiero saber qué está pasando. Por eso es que... como cargar la partida de nuevo. Obviamente. Sé que probablemente los magistrados mataron a estos chicos, lo más probable. Pero vamos por partes.
An executioner's blade hovers inches above a young woman's throat. The nearby magister drones a prayer with all the passion of a silent monk's empty gaze.
The divine does not absolve a traitor of his grace. You've tended not to the seed the seven have planted. Without faith, it cannot flourish.
He gives you a cool look and nods to a bloody corpse in magister's garb.
That's the welcome the Crossleys give to law-abiding magisters. Sorcerers, though, they get bathed and fed. Ain't that right, woman?
The young woman squeezes her eyes shut in terror, but says nothing. The executioner raises his blade.
Have mercy.
The magister slides his finger along the shivering woman's cheek.
Lucian did have a soft spot for a delicate thing like yourself. We've given the wolves and worms enough to feast on. Besides...
He passes his gaze over the woman's remaining family, then to a corpse bleeding out nearby. A child's corpse.
You'd prefer death to living with your fatal mistake. I trust you'll all remember your lost little boy the next time you think of defying the Order. Not just one sorcerer, two. Master and apprentice. White Magister Jonathan's got the greenhorn on the ropes right now, no doubt. Only a matter of time before he blabs about that mentor of his. He'll now move aside. We've got business elsewhere. So that's the way of it, is it? Let's get this done.
We've done nothing wrong.
O sea, los querían matar porque eran magos, siendo que él de acá, este magistrado, el inquisidor, es mago, ¿me entiendes? No me jodas, tío, este hombre también es mago. matar gente inocente por nada. No.
Have mercy.
Ahora, tienen una barrera impresionante.
Glory is mine.
Tiene una red de 500. Yo tengo cuánto? 230 creo que es lo máximo la barrera que tenemos.
I'm ready.
Prepare yourself.
Ahora, el tema es que si no estás, o sea, si no eres fuerte, no te vas a poder enfrentar a este tipo de personas. Son demasiado fuertes. Hasta para mí. No sé si me puedan matar, puede que no. Todo depende de cómo se me. No sé, yo igual tengo harta vida. En este momento tengo 2000, acá tengo 1000. Acá tengo 1000. Pero como dije, todo depende. Todo depende.
Prepare yourself.
Igual me rompió todo el escudo. Pero creo que puedo. Realmente creo que no creo que no. Quiero matar más que encontrado probablemente. Que me convencí de otra cosa, pero. Glory is mine. Ahora perdí de nuevo. ¿Cuándo me va a atacar a mí? La punta. El esqueleto, claro, de acá no era.
Glory is mine.
Tiene una cantidad de. Ahora, bueno, él sí puede tomar un par de. Vamos a morir. Ya va a tener que tomar un par de. No. guía de barrera mágica.
I beg you.
El esqueleto lamentablemente no lo puedo curar. No lo puedo curar. Ah, no hay nada que hacer.
Please, I beg you.
Ah, llega, pero...
Worms take you.
Have mercy.
Oh, cornered.
Dear Lucian, save us from this hell. Help! Over here! Help! Can anyone hear me?
My boy. My boy! Get this damned rope off me!
He leaps to his feet, seemingly ready to either fight or flee, yet does neither. He looks to each side and begins to sob.
My baby boy! It can't be!
He tries to choke back tears, but soon they flow free, carving rivers through the grime on his face. Sobs rack his body. The woman tearfully stretches her bound hands towards you. The grieving mother manages a thin smile, even as tears stream down her ruddy face.
Thank you, stranger.
She blinks out more tears, then rubs them away with the back of her hand and puts on the bravest of faces.
To lose a child. It's a mother's worst fear. I never imagined. It's true. What the Magister said, I mean. My brother's boy Gideon. He's got source in him. Now that his folks are gone, we've all he's got. He's been staying with us. We thought we could keep him safe. He's not got a spot of malice. He can't help who he is. But when the Magisters came snooping, he panicked. We all did.
She glances at the Magister corpse and shivers. Another tear drips down her cheek.
Shouldn't have let that Hanag woman near Gid. She said she could teach him, but that's when all the trouble started. Lizard lady, impeccable robes, Came by here one day saying she could sense the source. She could help Gid, she said. He took to her right away. Soon, the Voidwoken came, and then the Magister started knocking. As soon as the Magister fell, Gid knew what he'd done. He didn't even struggle when they dragged him away. Gods know where they took him. I've already lost more than I can bear today. I pray to the Seven I haven't lost him too. You will? Oh, bless you.
She ekes out another thin smile.
Make sure he's safe. And if you can, bring him back to me. My thanks, stranger.
He raises his lifeless face.
Not yet.
Sobs rack his body.
Are you proud? Proud to stand in the way of justice? Proud that you'd allow Voidwoken to raise the land? Proud of your wrongs?
A crooked sneer surfaces from the spirit's deep pit of contempt.
There's no pride more stubborn than that which comes before the fall.
His sneer widens.
I know your type. You blindly ricochet from one conflict to the next, stirring the pot while scolding the virtuous. You believe in your own honor, but you're a fraud.
Gods, have mercy on us!
O sea, yo no creo en la justicia de los magistrados, la verdad. O sea, ellos utilizan la misma fuente. Claramente, o sea, hay magos en el juego, digamos, que tienen la aptitud de, digamos, absorber la fuente, pero más fuerte. Pero eso no quiere decir nada. O sea, siempre va a haber gente en todos lados, digamos. Algo pasa, o sea, se pasaba antiguamente. Y así es. O a depender de... A vender. Ahora tengo demasiados objetos. Tengo que ver qué me sirve y qué no, pero no lo quería hacer. Nada. O realmente te dan demasiado. No, yo sigo revisando. O sea, puede que encuentre algo interesante. Realmente ya como que el oro ni siquiera lo estoy viendo. Así lo ya me acostumbré. O sea, yo no sé cuánto me queda. Tengo... 16. Va a haber mucho más que luchar. Es absurdo la cantidad de ilusión. Ahora, probablemente no me van a dejar entrar, yo creo. A ver, veamos. Si por algo, veamos. ¿Me dejarán entrar? No puedo.
Don't hurt me. Like I told them magisters, the sorcerer ain't here. He's holed up in that Crossley house yonder.
The colour drains from her face.
Well, I didn't mean... Obviously, look, serves him right for sheltering sorcerers.
Realizing she may have just made a terrible mistake, she swallows hard. She shakes her head and keeps her lips tight shut to show you that, in an amazing coincidence, she has just completely lost her voice. And you realize she's trying to tell you something.
The key. Under the barrel. You can hide in the house. Just, please don't hurt me.
She closes her eyes in terror.
Don't hurt me. 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 Don't hurt me.
Para ella fue la que habló.
Who are you?
Suspicious, he examines the document. On realizing it's real, he hands it back, then stands to attention.
I apologize. I didn't know. Admission granted. You, there, guard! Admission granted!
Relieved, he gives you a stiff salute, eyes forward.
No fue porque, acuérdense que en el muelle hicieron esta misión de magistrado, y yo la acepté y ahí me dieron este documento que me permitía moverme de un para otro. Ahora es difícil encontrar un báculo mejor, pero este báculo... Yo preferí salir. Pues voy a verlo abajo ahora. Allá.
Just stand still, sir. It doesn't have...
Cecil, it's... Ah! Cecil, get it off!
I can't, sir. I think it's getting tighter.
A purple-faced magister claws at an organic breastplate. His comrade tries desperately to open it, but to no avail. It's bound by thin vines, burrowing into flesh.
He put it on. He weren't meant to put it on.
It's eating me! It's... Ah!
The breastplate, it grew out of a dead bloody elf, but Herman wouldn't listen. I asked him about this artifact we had, a spore. He muttered at it in Elven and it bloody burst. Next thing, the elf is sprouting vines, and this grows out of his corpse.
Cecil!
Divine alive! Please, can you help?
The breastplate writhes, tendrils pressed tight into flesh. The Magister's eyes roll wildly.
It's whispering. Make it stop, make it stop!
Your fingers meet mucus as they pry beneath the plates. One shifts loose with a hiss, and a putrid mist coats your face.
Holy health! Ah! That hurts! Who do you think? Ah!
He screeches and staggers as you rip the final piece free. He lets loose a string of truly creative curses and, still panting, squares up to you.
Enjoyed that, did you? Take your rotten carcass and that rotten armour out of my sight before I regain my strength and thrash you.
Sir, she only...
Do shut up, Cecil.
Miren, aquí va a pasar algo. Tenemos una pieza, ¿eh? Son 5. Según yo, esta es la mejor armadura del juego, ¿ya? Ahora, hay gente que la mata antes y hay gente que la mata después, porque ella está en busca de las armaduras, de las piezas. A mí me gustaría matarla antes, ¿verdad? Al final, no, la idea es usar la armadura, no esperar hasta
The crystalline
acabe.
artifact is...
No esperar hasta que se acabe el juego, digamos, y usarla. Y así, pero esta tenemos 2 piezas, esta tenemos una y ya debe tener 3, digamos 4, nos faltaría una pieza. Bien. Por ahora creo que no la voy a matar, porque no está acá todavía.
I'm glad you came when you did, even if it weren't in time for poor Amandir. Divine rest him.
He bows his head at his fallen comrade, who died with a look of faint surprise on his face.
Gods, we'd best send word to Arx. They're bringing one of these right to Order headquarters. Hammond was showing us this weird elven bauble he had, like a seed, right? And Herman wants to know what's inside, so he calls over one of our elven prisoners. Well, after some persuading, he starts jabbering in their speech, and the thing bloody bursts. Hammond and the elf get a face full of poison. That's the damn strangest part. The elf explodes, right? And these vines crawl out of him. I'm still trying not to lose me breakfast when Herman spots the breastplate and nabs it. Reckon I'd be losing my breakfast over him too, if you hadn't come along.
Lo que tengo que hacer es ver un video y ver cuándo matarla. Todavía no está aquí. Pero... está en inglés. Va al magistrado de Barrack, pero... ¿Dónde? Banderas. Todas estas banderas son solamente conocidas. Ahora, yo sé que esta ya la vi. Esta ya la vi. Igual tengo que reportar acá después, más adelante. También ya lo vi. Esto no lo hemos visto. Esto acá nada. Acá tampoco. Me tengo que organizar porque... me voy a perder. Entonces, déjenme ver el video un segundo. Llevamos más de una hora.